Welcome back.
Hi. Hi
Standings
there.
through week 5, if anybody's
Yes.
interested.
Yes.
There is a massive tie for second place, but even though you dealt Voldy's first loss, he still sits alone at the top at 4-1. Well done. Nothing to complain about there. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way tie for second place. All these teams are at 3-2. We've got Matty Poops in Winnemucca, Chalupa Batman,
Sure.
the Braille Bombers, the Champ, the Malibu Stacy's, and the Camp Krusty, all at 3-2, tied for second place. There's a 3-way tie for eighth. What a mix-up one game could make, huh? The Jerk
Mm-hmm.
Store, Four Quarterlies, and Wild Poopers are all at 2-3, hovering next to 500. And then we've got two tied for 11th. We've got the almost winless Go Homes at 1-4, and amazingly, the Punishment Due also at 1-4. Wild Pooper scooting up that leaderboard. So
But
that's
the,
it for standings.
yeah, and the nice thing about the standings is that this year it's been pretty evenly matched. Again, there's a few, there's the one on top and a couple on the bottom. But for the
Oh,
most
it
part,
has.
everybody is
Yeah.
still in this. There's a long way to go. Do not lose hope, Clemens.
Yep.
I'm looking at you with that name. Do not lose hope. The success is just around the corner. Before we get into the waiver wire, I want to discuss the one trade that happened. Yes, folks, you can still trade in this league. I know no one ever does, hardly ever, since Paul and Steve exited the stage left. But there has actually been a trade that was completed, and unbeknownst to Mr. Kevin Heath, until I had to tell him, I love bringing news that his wife does something. I'm like, hey, shoot, your wife did? You're like, huh, what? So
Yeah,
check it
well,
out. In the early morning hours, in the cover of the Shrouded Forest, she met with Jason, he who named me who poops in Winnemucca, and she traded her Jamal Charles and the Titans for Frank Gore and Martellus Bennett. Now, that's an interesting trade. She's getting rid of dead weight with Charles, at least up to this point. Now he could turn it around and have a
of
big second
course.
half,
I mean,
which is I'm sure right. I'm
entering the season, he
sure
was like top 5.
I know, and I'm sure that's what Jason is expecting. Whereas he gives up Frank Gore, okay, he's been doing all right, and Bennett, who just came off a huge week, and that's a classic Devlin move, is to sell the hot one to
Sell
the
high.
suckers. He's there with like a carnival barker. Just come on, 3 TDs from Bennett, 3 TDs from Bennett. Who do I have? Don's the lucky winner. So
He's like, pork bellies, like Wall Street.
Pork
Sell
bellies.
high, sell high.
Exactly,
We got Bennett.
exactly.
Bennett
So
and 3 TDs.
So now we've covered that. Now let's get to the fun of the Oeva Waya, of which I don't know. Did you do anything in here, or you
I did not this
absent?
week. Not this
Wait
week.
for it, folks. Shocker! Kevin doesn't
I
go on
was
the
out
wire.
there last week and I got outbid and it left a bad taste in my mouth.
That's not the only thing that's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. All right, let's talk about what happened and what didn't. First of all, Voldemort, the recently defeated Voldemort, outbid Matt
In a
Poops.
panic. In a panic.
Move. He said panicking. In a panic move, he added Bobby Rainey, who I looked at too, but decided not to, and he outbid Mr. Jason Devlin. He bid $5 for the win. Jason only bid 1, you cheap bastard. Now, here's where I finally win one small victory. I got Caleb Sturgis, who? A kicker. Yep, that's right. And I got him from Jason, probably because I was in front of him, because we both bid $1, so I got him for that. Punishment Due beat out everybody with that young stud, Cameron Meredith. Meredith Baxter Birdie's in the league. I didn't know that. He bid $18 for her, and I bid 5. So I was a little willing to go, but I'm not going 18. Sorry, pal. You can have her for that. So Braille Bombers, my mama, comes out and grabs Devontae Adams, outdoing Mr. Devlin again. Devlin bid 1, cheap, on the cheap, looking for some cheap. My mom bid 4. That's within range, right? That's all right. Now here's where it gets fun. Jeremy Curley, the darling of the Thursday night game, if you watch that, who was definitely Blaine Gabbert's favorite target. Too bad Gabbert might not be starting anymore. But Jeremy Curley of your San Francisco 49ers, Mr. Heath. Todd bid 25. A lot of money there. Right next to him, Matt Poops in Winnemucca for 17, Clemens for 7, and my mom for 6. So there was some hot and heavy action after the Mr. Curley. Couple of ads for Jason that were gimmies. I'm glad he overbid on that stupid Julius Thomas who effed me on that London game for $4. He got Forsett and Bryant for $1, and somehow he got Bryant from me, or excuse me, Todd got Bryant, but maybe because he was in front of me. I bet $1 on him too, but I lost out to him. And here's where my mom kills me again with a stupid defense. I thought, okay, you know what? I love my Steelers, but they're not putting up points in our league. Maybe I can get the Patriots, right? Now, who's going to go after? Oh, yeah, my mom. $5. I bid $1, and Clemens only bid $2, so we both got outbid by my mom.
You went out for the Patriots?
What's that?
Yes. You went out for the Patriots?
Just for 1 week. I was only going to use it for 1 week.
You love the Patriots.
I hate the Patriots. I hate Tom Brady, that cheating bastard. I'm so sick of Scott Hansen and all those other tools on TV. Oh, look at Brady. I want it started by the convicted cheater Brady. Scored 4 touchdowns or whatever he did. That's what I want. All right, back to this. And also he added Tony Romo, who, if any of you forgot, fumbled the snap when he was in the playoffs against Seattle and lost again because he couldn't throw it 2 feet in front of him. But that's a story for another time. So those are our adds and deletes. Let's move on to the matchups. We got 4 minutes left, so let's try to keep it to a tight 4.
We can do it.
Give me 2 or 3 at the most matchups you're interested in.
All right. Well, not just because it's mine, but unfortunately, I go up against a Team Voldemort with maybe something to prove this week. Camp Krusty versus Voldemort. That might be interesting. We've got, you know what? Let me cover them super quick. Then you jump in. We got Wild Poopers going up to Punishment Due. That's sibling rivalry there.
Yes.
Might be interesting. We've got the Braille Bombers and Chalupa Batman. I don't know. Malibu Stacy's and Gentlemen Four Quarterlies. The other reason why this one might be interesting is they will both be in the same neck of the woods as Dawn flies back to help her mom this week.
No.
So that might be interesting. And then the game of the week by far is the champ goes up against Matt Poops and Winnemucca. Now that I look at it, that's the one I want to hear about. Tell us about that one.
I agree. This is going to be what they call the game of the week in the NFL, sports fans. And he's even named it Matt Poops and Winnemucca. He's trying to get in my head. I can see it already. It's going to be an interesting one because he's got everybody. On paper, he's got everybody. And Charles, I swear to God, if Charles goes off, I'm going to be so mad at Dawn this week. But again, on paper, it looks pretty good. Now, I don't believe ESPN, and no one should. It's got me with a line, I'm down 12. I don't believe that. Or no, I'm up 12 on him. But we'll see about that. I don't know. It's going to all come down to matchups, right? You got New Orleans playing Carolina, so how will Drew Brees do against that defense that has been good in the past? You got the Jets playing Arizona. Does Arizona's defense show up or not? Because I got 2 guys on the Jets. That's going to make a big difference, right? Then you got a bunch of other ones. And Pitt playing Miami, which looks to be an easy game, but that's always like the trap game, right? That's where something happens like that. On the other side, Tom Brady going up against Cincinnati. A Cincinnati who looked like they just got run over last week. If that happens again, Tom Brady's in for another huge day. Gurley against Detroit. I don't know that much about Detroit's defense. Charles against Oakland. They've given up a bunch. It could be a big day for Charles. Beckham against Baltimore. Now, their defense has actually played pretty well. I hope they can...
That's a division game, the Chiefs and Raiders, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Same division. You're right. So they always play harder. So maybe Oakland can help me there. Yeah. I'm hoping. Thursday night game. Tomorrow night, we got Demaryius Thomas going up against San Diego. Please, San Diego, stop Demaryius Thomas. You can let Emmanuel Sanders go all day, just not Demaryius Thomas. Then Jimmy Graham, Atlanta hopefully will play good. Tavon Austin, who can't be stopped against Detroit. I don't know how that's going to go. He's got Seattle's defense because Terry dropped. Did Terry drop them?
I don't know.
Somebody dropped them outright, and he picked them up, and I missed that. So I got my work cut out for me last week. If I thought last week was hard, this week doesn't get any easier, that's for sure. It should be a great matchup. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, only got 2 minutes left. So I'm going to make this quick. Outings. Terry has suggested, I think it's November 6th. Please look on the message board and get back to her if you can do it. She suggested the 30th. I couldn't do it on the 30th. Somebody else couldn't. I think Crystal couldn't. So she said, how about the 6th? I believe it's the 6th. Get back if you want to do November 6th at Terry's house. That's going to be one. The second one, we're going to look for one for when you guys were in town for
Thanksgiving.
Possibly. But again, first one, let's look for Terry's on November 6th. So let me know about that, everybody. Anything else before we go? We got 40 seconds. Take me out with something.
On the game of the week?
I don't know what.
The game of the week? The game of the week.
Yes.
Is
What's your prediction? What do you predict?
I love you like a brother.
Oh, here we go. Shocker. Here we go.
But I'm predicting a blowout.
From me? That's right. I'm going to blow him out. He's going to be devastated. right.
Okay, I won't finish that. I'll let you live with that.
You
And then I'll
darn
tell
right
you
I
my
will.
pick.
All right, well, hey, for Kevin Heath, this is Matt Dickey signing off. Kev, take us home.
Stay classy, Bone Storm.
That's right.